Hey guys, what's going on? This is Kyle at ProjectionHub, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use foot traffic data to spruce up a business plan. Now, as mentioned, my name is Kyle. I lead the business plan writing services here at ProjectionHub. Before my time at ProjectionHub, I was an SBA loan officer for over 7 years, reviewing business plans and loan applications and projections and helping people get approved for financing. I'm going to show you how we can access foot traffic data, which is the measuring of how often people are traveling to specific locations, and how we can access some of that for free. And the method I'm going to show you has no cost to really enhance your business plan when you're trying to pitch that to a lender or an investor or something of that sort. So I'm going to show you how to do that for free. Please consider subscribing to the channel. We talk about all kinds of things: business planning, creating financial projections, how to get approved for SBA loans, starting businesses, growing your business, managing your business. There's a lot of nuggets in there and lots of different content we put out there. So if at any point you like this video, give it a thumbs up. That also helps us as a fellow small business. And if at any point you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment down below. We're very active answering questions there, and you can reach out to us directly at support@ProjectionHub.com. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, here we go. So I have up a tool called Placer.ai. Now, I don't know how you feel about using AI tools or anything along the lines of that. And what I'm going to show you, I'm not exactly sure how I would be using AI, maybe to compile some of the information. But whether you know this or not, when people collect foot traffic data, the way that that's being done is actually by using cell phone data. So that might creep you out. I agree with you, that is pretty creepy, but it's probably not personalized information, or it might be. They're tracking where cell phones are traveling to and going back to. Your cell phone, the different cell phone carriers are the ones that are either sharing or providing that information in some capacity. So whether you have a problem with that or not, don't take that up with me. That's just real life. But there are some tools out there that have gotten access, an API legally, to use some of that data to provide some interesting insights. One of those being Placer.ai. And so there's just a lot of things you can do with it, but I'm actually going to show you how to use it for free. So they give you the ability to pull some reports for free. And that's what I'm going to show you here today. Now, as I mentioned, I lead the business plan writing services here at ProjectionHub, and this is a little trick that we like to do to enhance the business plans that we're writing, validate ideas, check locations. So I'll give you a little bit of context on how I'll use this in a business plan as well. But you can go to this link I've included down in the description below. You can search. I like to do it by zip code. That gets, I think, the most specific. So we're going to use this zip code 94115, which is in San Francisco, California, and it's going to give us some snapshots here. Now, remember, this is going to be kind of like a free preview, but the free preview they give you has some really useful information in it. And so one, you can see a quick little snapshot here of like foot traffic year over year versus the COVID recovery. I don't pay too much attention to COVID recovery because we're far enough out from COVID now that lenders are probably not comparing your projections or your plans to what was happening before the pandemic at this point in time. They've got enough years of information post-pandemic that if something is growing significantly over last year, the year before, that's great. We're not saying, well, this isn't to post or to pre-pandemic levels yet. So I wouldn't pay much attention to that when you see that red arrow down. But the real juicy part here that we're getting for free. So when you load this, it's going to start on top properties. I don't use this a whole lot because it's usually just going to be a large franchise chain or something like that that commands the most foot traffic information. I like to hop over here to regional change. So again, breaking this down by zip code, it's going to give you the zip code you search for, but also kind of the surrounding area. So make sure you search for the specific zip code of the location where you want to kind of analyze that. So, I can click here and see this positive information, but what I'm going to show you in the monthly trends is going to be specific to the zip code it's searching. So one really great thing we can do here. So let's say I'm starting a coffee shop or a laundromat or a salon or a spa, something like that, a boutique, something that's going to have some physical importance, whether that's a brick and mortar location or maybe your customer base is within a dense area. It's not like a global thing or a national audience. Maybe it is really specific to being local. Even if you don't have a physical space, maybe you're doing online therapy sessions or whatever that might be, but you draw your customers from a specific location. I think this still can give you valuable information. But how would I use this? So one, we can see, if I'm trying to start a coffee shop or I'm trying to write a business plan to say, hey, I'm going to do a new laundromat. It's compelling to see that there's growth. So this is comparing February 2025 versus February 2024. It's compelling to see that there are more people traveling into this zip code than there was a year prior, right? So 7% more. That is an indication that for whatever reason, more people are coming into this. So if you own a business that has a physical location, especially, more people is a good thing, right? It's all good. We want more people. That's more potential customers. So to take this, just to give you an example, take a screenshot of this. You can cite Placer.ai in your business plan, but to take this one level deeper, what I like to do is, because you can see this is all retail visits. For free, they're giving us dining visits and retail visits. So we know that 7% is the increase, but then it chops it up between these two categories. So if you're starting a restaurant, if you're starting a boutique, it's a pretty positive indicator that we're seeing growth in specific reasons people are traveling to the zip code for those purposes, right? That's an indication that there's consumerism happening. People are purchasing things, and that's a positive trend for something you're starting. So if you do this and the place where you want to start a business is going to be red or yellow, that doesn't mean, hey, don't start this business. That might mean like, okay, well, we need to find some support for what we're doing probably elsewhere. And I probably wouldn't include my chart, my map, if my target location is in a negative county, right? Doing local market analysis to support what you're trying to do in your business plan is all about finding things that look good for you. We're not lying, but you don't want to show something that's obviously not going to be supportive of your point. You need to find something that aligns well with your purpose. So that's a pretty easy thing you could do here. Search yours, grab some screenshots, and then I'm going to show you really quick what you can do in your business plan. So I have a business plan here of a copy of one we worked on. We anonymized data that we worked on with a client, but they're going to do a laundromat. And you can see we did analysis here on the zip code where they want to start their laundromat, and it's positive. It's green, right? And we include that in our business plan. We write some narrative around that. When you combine that, and I'm not going to go into this in this video, you can look for it in another video that we'll do. When you combine that with thing like, we're drawing some assumptions here, right? We know more people are traveling to an area, and it might be for a retail purpose or a dining purpose, but there's still some question marks there. So further ways we can enhance that. This is all about proving the kind of the supply and the demand. So one layer deeper of specificity here would be going and doing like using Google Keyword Planner, and we can see, okay, now in that specific zip code, how often are people searching for specific phrases? And if they're saying like laundry near me, laundromat near me, and I can see, oh wow, year over year, that searches for that phrase are growing in this specific zip code, that's a pretty obvious support of what we saw in our foot traffic. So there's a growth in people searching for it. There's a growth in foot traffic. That is very supportive in a business plan, saying like, there is a growing demand for the thing I want to offer. There's a growing number of customers in the area of where I want to offer. So the other half of this equation is supply. We won't get into that in this video, but talking about the competitors. So just because there's a growing number of people in an area, people searching for the service you want to offer, that doesn't take into consideration for the fact that there might be other people already meeting that need. You need to pair that with nice competitor research. Who else is doing that? Are the competitors lacking in a certain way? Is it a wide open market? That's kind of the other half of the equation. But yeah, in this video, I just wanted to demonstrate a quick free tool, Placer.ai, that you can go utilize some of that foot traffic data that's being collected from you, probably as an unwilling participant, not by Placer, by somebody else, a cell phone carrier. But great companies like Placer.ai are putting together these really nice tools for us to be able to use and draw some conclusions from it. So I'd encourage you to do this, to spruce up your business plan, polish your market research section a little bit. And if you have any questions at all, again, leave a comment below. You can reach out at support@ProjectionHub.com. You can also take advantage of, we have a free business plan review. It really is free. There's no strings attached to that. You can submit what you have for your business plan. I will look through it personally. I'll record a video that won't go online publicly. I'll send it to just you personally, giving you some tips and recommendations and even some ways we can help if that's something you're interested in. But there's no pressure to do that, and there's no cost to do that as well. So take advantage of that. It's linked down in the description below. Like the video and consider subscribing to our channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.